Hi, this section of books is our illustrated books, some classic books, some original books, and pretty much just my favorite books that we have. So I want to start off with showing you one of our illustrated collections we have. It's a very thick book. It's got a soft, cushy cover, which I love the feel of my hands, and it's all these books come with a bookmark. This one has 17 stories in it. So this one is the Incredible Illustrated Stories. There's kind of a view of the table of contents. It's got beautiful illustrations all throughout, kind of adventure stories. So there's that. Next we have the complete book of Farm Yard Tales. This is one of our best values and such a fun book. It's called a dual reader. And because of that, it's called that because up here it has simple sentences for your beginning reader to read, and then you can read the bottom, or an older kid can read the bottom. And the story will make sense if you just read the top, or if you just read the bottom, or if you read them all together. So as they grow, they'll learn to be able to do the bottom as well. This comes with the bookmark too, and it also has a CD with all the stories, so you can put that in your car and they can listen to that. This one is How Deep is the Sea? We also has is How Big is a Million? This one is Little Pipkin the Penguin, and he wants to know how deep the sea is. So he starts off by asking his mom, and then he keeps diving deeper, deeper down into the sea. And then at the very end here, we have this poster to show you how deep the sea is. And I doubt I'll be able to get all of it in because it is really big. That's a fun thing to for them to grasp that it really is super deep. It's got some great information on there, the depths on the right, and it tells you about each level as you read it. Next is Jack and the Beanstalk. We have some of the classic fairy tales, and it has that kind of squishy cover again. Just wanted to show you quickly how beautiful the illustrations are. We have a couple of these to choose from. Here is our big book of little stories. This is fantastic for at night when you want to read them a book, but you don't want to be stuck reading a huge long book to them. So it just is short little stories for them, comes with the bookmark in it, and every night you can pick one. Again, great illustrations. We have a couple of these. I think it's like 10-minute storybooks or something like that. I'm drawing a blank, but they're fantastic. Here is a collection of Shakespeare books. So it comes with Macbeth, Twelfth Night, Hamlet, A Midsummer's Night, Dream, and Romeo and Juliet. Just pull these out to show you real fast. Little, not board books, but hardback books there. This goes through. Okay. Then we have, this one is beautiful, the Illustrated Children's Bible Stories. We have another Bible collection as well. Has a little tab. I'll use my shoulder here, show you some of the pictures. So it makes it really easy for them to learn the story without reading from the Bible, because sometimes that's a little hard for children, adults even, to understand what they're saying. So this kind of breaks it down for them, puts it in little simple terms, and it's beautiful to look at as well. So they'll retain the information a little more. And this is one of my favorite books. It's called A Tale of Two Beasts. So this book is told from the perspective of the girl, and then it goes back and tells the perspective of this little guy. And it's really funny. It's a good way to teach kids that your story, your version of the story, is not always the correct story, as in there's two sides to every story. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's really great. She finds this little guy and he looks cold, so she takes him, and the little guy's thinking, why is she taking me? She's kidnapping me. So it's a fun book to teach that concept of two sides to every story. This is a really cute book. It's called Be the Change, Make It Happen. Let me read you the back. You can be a hero. Yes, you. You might not know it, but you have the power. Little actions that you make have big consequences. So it gives you ideas to do a bunch of different things, even from fundraising to helping the planet. Fun for them to start thinking about people other than themselves. Here is one of our little phonics readers. We have collections of them in starting to read collections, big ones, but we also sell them individually, and so they're fun little books to read, and so they don't get bored with them. They're not just little dinky little readers. They're really funny stories. Next is I Am a Dirty Dinosaur, and this artist actually just caught my throat. Sorry, she painted with mud on this. So really fun story. And this one, like I said, is I'm a Dirty Dinosaur, and we also have I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. Wow, caught in my throat. Here is a Shine a Light book. So we have several of these, several different topics. We have The Secret of, and then just on the books. So show you, you read this, and then you come in here and you shine the flashlight. I have light shining in from the window, so it's kind of hard to see. But when you do that, an image will appear. So these are lots of fun for the kids to read, especially at night, camping. We have several of those. They're a lot of fun. Next is A Squirrel's Tale, and this one has a little squirrel up front here, and you start by putting them in right here, and then you just slide to the other side. And this teaches them, as you do this, he does follows the little trail and tells a sweet story. But what it does is it's teaching the kids, I cannot do this while I'm holding it upright. There you go. It's teaching the kids how to read from left to right in a fun way. There's that. We also have, there's a mouse about the house. And last I want to show you Jonathan James and the What If Monster. This is such a fun book for little kids who may have anxiety or worried about new things, going to start a new school year. At first it talks about all the bad things that can happen. What if I climb a tree and I fall? And it goes through, like I said, all the bad options. And then you kind of get to the end, and it says, where's that? There you go. So what if I climb a tree and I climb really high? And it goes through and talks about the great things that will happen. So, and what if the chance I take in the end is just how I find my very best friend? So it talks about, yeah, there's bad things that can happen, but there's also great things that can happen. And we also have this adorable plush monster to go with. So if your kid's starting school or starting a new adventure, this is just a fun gift to give them, to encourage them to be brave. Thanks.